Hello, Lynn Fife here with another great product called the Estimating Tracking Master System. Now this is a software system designed to help you keep track of all of your estimating activities, such as scheduling your estimates, so you can keep track of which estimates are due first. It has a great follow-up systems, so you stay in touch with your customers and see if you can't close that bid. We also have sales ratios to show you which types of projects you're best at selling, and a lot more sales reports to include a general contractor report card, which is really slick. We'll show you that in the demo. Now, the nice thing about watching a video is anytime you want to study the screen, just hit your pause button. Look at the screen for as long as you like, and then hit resume to continue watching the video. Remember this trick as you're watching this video. Now, let's take a look at how the system works. This is the Estimating Tracking Master main screen. It uses the main button over here, the Estimating Tracking, gets you to the home screen. And in here in the center part, upper, you'll see it has a whole bunch of buttons and features that allow you to navigate through and use the system. Right now, we have the Open button clicked, meaning this is giving you a list of all the jobs that I currently have due. And it gives them to you in order that they are due. Just hit the button that says Open, hit Go, and it gives you this report. Now, the first thing you do when you get the program is set up your customers. Hit the New Customer button and fill in the information on that customer. Everything with the red little tiny boat in front of it is one that means it's a required field, so make sure that gets filled in correctly. And you'll also notice this yellow box pops up all the time. This is your on-screen help button. There is no documentation. If at any time anything is not working correctly, it pops up with a message that tells you what you need to do to fix it. In this case, complete all the information, making sure you have all the required fields put in. And then hit the Add button and it adds that customer. The next thing you do is to set up the estimates that you're going to be doing for your customers. Let's give you an example. Project name. This is very simple. Let's say this is the Postman Warehouse. Okay, now here we have it set so that you can build different types of projects. For example, when I hit the down arrow, I have set up for this demo, hotel, office space, public works, retail store, tenant improvement, and warehouse. And this is something where you would type in whatever you want in this box here to set up that list automatically. Once you type it in here and save it, then it automatically will show up later on this list. This way I can get a report showing me all of the warehouse type of projects I've bid to show me how successful am I at selling warehouse projects. If I don't sell any of those things, I'm just not competitive. It tells me stop wasting your time on it. Great feature there. So now, next thing I do is tell it what's the bid date. Let's say this bid's in February 1st. That's all I do is collect the date, and then I select who am I bidding this to. Well, we're going to be selecting this to Thompson Model. Now it's going to be Southern Quality. Let's say that's the contractor here. It also has a feature that I can keep track of other contractors that may be bidding the same project. Is this project being bid to multiple customers? When I hit the Yes button, it then allows me to come in here and select other contractors that I may be bidding this to. Let's say this is going to national builders as well and pops up their information. Down here in the center section, it allows me to select the different types of bid just for my information. Am I bidding it? Am I going to decline it for any reason? Is it an open market, meaning everybody's open to bid on this thing? Is it select bid list to a few general contractors? Or am I negotiating directly with this contractor because this contractor has the project? So we'll say select bids. I can also designate whether it's a non-union job or if it's a union job requiring prevailing wages. Digital plans, even if it's the old-fashioned, some people still pass them out on CDs, I can designate that just for informational purposes. So basically it's really simple. Name of the warehouse, or the name of the project, what type of a project it is, what's the bid date, who's the contractor, and anything else you may want just for informational purpose. Very quick. Once that's done, we can now hit Add, and now you'll see that pops up on my list, not at the top, down here at the bottom, saying that's when that is due. There's the sequence and the order of which you need to do these things. Now here's where the reporting comes in kind of fun. Once I've given a project a bid number, say Walgreens, that was the next one on my list, I did that thing. So I hit the pencil in front of that. It brings up that project, and all I do now here is tell it what was the price we put on that. Let's say that was the $13,800 job that we put in the bid for. When did I submit that bid? Well, it was due on the 26th, and I turned it in the day before. And it was emailed, automatically defaults to that. That's all I do to let it know that it has been bid. Now you'll notice that project is no longer on my bid list. Now we get to the next feature. It's now time to follow up. I've given a bid, I want to follow up and see how I did. I like to have a conversation with my contractors to let them know that I'm not an estimating service. I'm a painting contractor. I don't make money giving bids. I make money selling jobs, and I need to know that when I'm bidding to them, I really do have an opportunity to get some of their work. Obviously, they're going to say yes. And I like to ask them, how many bids do I have to give to you before I end up getting a project? If I give you 5 bids, can I at least get 1 out of the 5? A lot of the times they'll say yes, or they'll give you a number. But when it comes to following up, that becomes important. I also let my customers know that just like they get follow-up results from projects they bid on, architect tells them who bid the project and what the prices were, we like the same courtesy for the value of our time. I'm spending $1,000 for the value of my time giving you a bid, and all I ask for is for you to let me know how we did in comparison with our competition. So when that time comes and you're ready to do your follow-ups, you can just hit the follow-up button here and say go, and it will give you a list of all the contractors you have bid to that you don't have follow-up results. Starting with the first one here. We gave them a bid for $32,000. I want to know how we did. Easy. Click on their name. And because you put in their email, all I have to do is type in here a message that says, please let me know how we did on this project. Thanks for the opportunity to bid this one for you. It's generic. It will go to any project. And up here, the project name is automatically populated to let them know I'm referring to the Columbia Tower 16th floor. Pop. That goes in there, and then I hit the send button. Off it goes. Of course, we won't send this because we're just playing around. And then we hit the next one. Let's send one to Ned Flanders. Up pops the thing. We control paste and hit send, and then bam. So you can see in a matter of seconds, a couple of minutes at the most, I can send a follow-up email to everybody and get a response from them to see how we did. That's going to make it really easy for you to stay in touch with your customers. Time savings, and remember, whoever is in the customer's face the most gets the work. So don't forget to do your follow-ups. Now when you get that follow-up done and you have those results, I can now click on the pencil and I can say, you know what, we lost this bid and it went to, any comment you want, went for, my project was $32,000, it went for $28,900, and the contractor didn't want to tell me who it went to, but at least I know that tells me I was about, I don't know, 10% high on that one, and then I can update that. Now when I update that, you'll notice that now disappeared off of my follow-up list and leaves everybody else that I still need to contact. Very powerful tool right there. Now here's my favorite report of all, my customer list. I can get a customer report card on anybody that I'm bidding to. I met with Creative Craftsman and I told them that I need to get 1 out of 5 bids from you. They said sure. So I hit the pencil here, and after giving them 5 bids, they did give me 1, I'm good. Now in the event that this said lost and they gave it to Bob's Painting again, I can see I bid this for $12,490. They gave it to Bob for $8,900. They gave this one $14 for me, and they gave it to them for $11 change. So you see, I can see lost, lost, lost. If I've given them 4 bids in a row and I've lost all of them, I can call them up and say, hey, dude, what's going on? I need to get the next project from you, or you're telling me that you're going to give everything to Bob, and the fact is you will never give me a project. It's a waste of my time. I'm sure you understand. Let me have last look on that next project and make sure I can get something from you so it makes it worth my while to continue to bid to you. Over here, it says, congratulations, we'll go ahead and negotiate this one because you're right. Or if they say, well, you just have to come down on your price, now you know it's not a good contractor. I can now mark myself to let them know that I'm not to bid to these people anymore. They're never going to use me. I'm wasting my time. Very, very powerful tool when you can use this one. Let's go back to our estimating tracking. Let's now take a look at the main report. I can say, give me a list of all the bids that I bid between, say, January 1st through the end of January. Let's take a look at January's sales ratios and hit go. Now here's a list of everything you did in that time period. And it will say, congratulations, you did 26 bids. You sold 5 of them with a 19.23% closing ratio. Not bad. You bid $538,000 worth of work. You sold $97,000. That's an 18.4% closing ratio. My sales ratio is by number of bids. My dollar ratio is by the dollar of bids sold. If this is 19% of number that I bid, but the closing ratio is, say, 12%, that's telling me I'm selling a lot of small jobs, not getting the big ones. It may not be in my best interest to spend time on the big jobs. It also has revenue per lead sold. What this does is it takes the total number, my 26, and divides that into the dollar value that I sold, telling me that every time I do a bid, I average about $19,000 size projects. That's a helpful tool to help you, again, determine what types of projects are best for you to sell. So that's that one. I can take a look at just the projects that I've sold. There's a list of projects that I've sold. You'll also notice on this one we have 3 different names underlined. That means I told the system that I'm bidding to 3 different contractors, to the Levi Store, to Kendall Design and Build, to ABC, and to Newbald Builders. All I have to do is click on all 3 of these names in this section and send an email to all 3 of them to follow up to see who got the job so that I can stay in touch with them and make sure I can negotiate a final closing. That's a powerful tool. Any job walks. You can tell the system what jobs have a job walks when you're setting up the estimate. Just tell it there when you hit go. It'll say, great, here's the Walgreens project that you have to go on the job walk and when the scheduled time is, and etc. So back to the open feature, all the bids, follow-up you need, any date range from when to when for any kind of a reporting activity, and you can see the wide variety that this thing has for you. So that's pretty much a summary of the Estimating Tracking Master System. And remember, give us a call at the number showing on the screen, 817-223-3520, or send us an email at the web address or email address showing on the screen. That's also the web address. Just put in info@evergreentech.net will be the email address, or the evergreentech.net can get you that information with contact us as well. Again, thank you for watching this video, and give me a call if you have any questions. Appreciate it.